This is Dr. Garry Nolan, a Stanford immunologist, serial biotech scientist, and surprisingly dedicated ufologist. And this is what he said in his most recent interview. Links for all interviews are in the description.
I was personally threatened because I knew of a conversation that happened somewhere, and I alluded to it in the most elliptical fashion on a public broadcast. Literally a couple of days later, I get a phone call from a friend saying, XYZ at the White House is really pissed at you, and you should not ever say anything like that again because Title 18 applies. I said, what does that mean? Lethal force is operable.
What's possibly going on here that they had to call Dr. Nolan to just make him stop talking about it? Garry also recently appeared in an interview with Jordan B. Peterson and revealed additional spicy information regarding the current developments around UAPs, the government communication with it, and also shared new interesting details about his work on the Skywatcher project. And let me tell you, these things are really getting momentum in last months, and something big is happening. Let's dive in.
I mean, I did get a phone call from somebody representing the White House because I was talking about something that they felt was a little too on the edge. They said, you need to just shut up, Garry. I mean,
long story short about Dr. Nolan, because we are gonna hear about him more and more. Dr. Nolan has spent over 30 years at Stanford focusing on the immune system and cancer. His lab developed key technologies to analyze immune and cancer cells in detail. Notably, he created the cell technique foundational for many gene therapies today. He is now pioneering atomic-level imaging to better understand gene function, combining technologies like atom probe tomography and field-ion microscopy to see bonds between atoms with incredible precision. Beyond immunology and biotech, Nolan has a serious interest in UAPs, applying his scientific rigor to the investigation of UAP. His approach is data-driven and open-minded, reflecting the same curiosity and skepticism he applies to his scientific work. He began by discussing anomalous materials linked to possible UFO incidents. One example was a piece of silicon whose magnesium isotope ratios were completely unlike anything found naturally on Earth. While it didn't prove extraterrestrial origin, it suggested an unusual manufacturing processes. Another case involved a sighting in Council Bluffs in Iowa, where witnesses and even police observed an object dropping around 30 pounds of molten metal in a frozen field. Laboratory analysis revealed a mixture of metals, iron, titanium, aluminum, that were incompletely mixed, which is highly unusual. Traditional explanations like thermite were ruled out because the chemistry didn't fit. The key takeaway was that these materials were unexplained, and his goal has been to document and publish the data rigorously without jumping to conclusions, so that others might one day hypothesize its purpose. He then explained the origins of the Soul Foundation, which he helped establish to bring together scientists and professionals interested in anomalous phenomena in a serious, non-partisan way. Through this organization, experts could share data and ideas without fear of ridicule. It has already facilitated connections with former government officials and European Parliament members to discuss these phenomena professionally. He stressed that the foundation wasn't about proving alien origin, but about investigating anomalies systematically. Regarding UAPs, he focused on the patterns seen by trained military personnel. The most significant phenomena include instantaneous acceleration and deceleration, which means that those objects are going from 0 to thousands of miles per hour in a second. No observable flight surfaces or exhaust, and transmedium travel, which means that those objects are moving between air, water, and space. Such behavior violates conventional understanding of physics, particularly momentum and inertia, and no known human technology matches it. He is also involved with a private initiative called Skywatcher, which deploys sensors in cleared areas to collect repeatable data on aerial anomalies. And let me tell you, they have success. In some cases, they have observed objects appearing in response to specific electromagnetic signals, and they are also using remote viewing, but we will talk about that in the next video. While he emphasized that this does not prove origin, it allows for reproducible measurements of otherwise fleeting phenomena. He discussed the political context as well. Senators, including Schumer and Rounds, have supported legislation to declassify and systematically collect UAP information. High-level figures such as Marco Rubio and former US officials have publicly acknowledged unexplained objects moving in ways that current technology cannot replicate. The aim is to make such data available for oversight, defense purposes, and scientific investigation. He was asked by Mr. Peterson if he is afraid about his career being ruined for speaking up publicly about this. And this is what he replied.
You just asked me about ruining my career. Would Senator Schumer, the head of the Democratic Party, and Senator Rounds, an important figure on the Republican side, come out and make any of these kinds of statements or allow for their offices to be the vehicles through which such a bill would manifest itself if they felt that they were going to be derided on the floor of the Senate? Probably not.
He also concluded with his personal assessment. He believes something non-human is likely present and that these phenomena have probably been around longer than human civilization.
I conclude that there's definitely something here. But I think the more interesting conclusion is if something is here, it's likely been here longer than humans have even been civilized.
He cautioned against assuming the humanoid appearance of some reports necessarily implies human origin, as the forms seem biologically unusual. His focus is on gathering reproducible evidence and encouraging scientists to take anomalies seriously, pointing out that most noble-winning discoveries arise from studying anomalies. Ultimately, he emphasized that the universe allows for the possibility of extraterrestrial or otherwise non-human technology. While he doesn't claim to know the full explanation, he stresses the importance of collecting and publishing data, remaining open-minded and continuing rigorous investigation into these anomalous phenomena. He is now one of the most important figures in UAP topic, and they are preparing some new explanations with the Skywatcher project, so hit that subscribe button. New updates are coming in few days. See you soon.